everybody! It's Miss Rachel from the Bedford Hills Free Library and Pico from Rachel's house and ukulele borrowed from Aya. Alright, so that means we're ready to do our hello song and have our story time. Good morning, how are you? Good morning, how are you? How are you this special day? I'm so glad you came to play. Good morning, how are you? Hello, Pico, hi. And hello, Miss Rachel, that's me. And hello, that's you, say your name. We're so glad to see you here. And hello to the mommies, and hello to the daddies, and hello everybody. Oops, we're so glad to see you here. Okay, let's put that down. And let's get on a lap if you weren't already on one for our next song. And that's going to be a song I think you know called If You're Happy and You Know It. So we'll start with clapping. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, yeah, tap your head. If you're happy and you know it, tap your head. Tap, tap. If you're happy and you know it, tap your head. Tap, tap. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, tap your head. Tap, tap. Now we're going to shout, hooray! Make your arms so big into the sky. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Now we're going to do all of them together. Do you remember? First we did clap, clap, then we did tap, tap, and then hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, tap, tap, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, tap, tap, hooray! If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, tap, tap, hooray! Woo! Alright, well, I'm glad to hear that you're so happy. I'm happy too because I'm going to share with you a really fun book about a penguin. I've been thinking about penguins this week. And this book is called The Puzzled Penguin. Puzzled is another word for confused or when you don't understand something. You know, you guys do a puzzle sometimes, right? With the pieces and you have to fit them in the right spot. And until you get it in the right spot, you might be, what's going on? I'm confused. And then it all falls into place. So this penguin is confused. He has a big question. And we'll find out at the end what he's been wondering about. I'm going to come a little bit closer because there's something super special about this book that I want you to see. The Puzzled Penguin by, it doesn't say it right on the cover. Oh, I missed someone. I can tell here that the author's last name is Faulkner. I don't know his first name though. Maybe it will say here. Oh, here it is. Keith Faulkner. The Puzzled Penguin by Keith Faulkner, illustrated by Jonathan Lambert. Usually it says it right on the cover. Alright, here he is. He looks like he's got something on his mind. He's walking around thinking. And, wow, did you see that? Here's his beak. And he's going to say to us, the freezing wind howled. Actually, this is not him talking. This is the narrator. It says, the freezing wind howled across the Arctic ice. A little penguin plodded along, shivering through the thick snow. And now he's talking. He says, I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled. He said to himself, I just don't understand. Whoop. Now he's sort of laying down. His feet are poking out at us. And he's talking to his friend, Polar Bear. Yeah? Am I a penguin? He asked the big white furry polar bear.
Oh, do you have floppy little webbed feet?
Growled the bear. Oh, growled the bear. I'm going to say that again in a more growly voice. Do you have floppy little webbed feet? Growled the bear. Yes, I do, he said with a shiver, wiggling his feet. Here I go. Then you're a penguin, all right, replied the bear. Wow, who's that popped out of the water? You guys know what this is called? It's a walrus. Look at those long teeth, almost like elephant tusks. And here's Penguin. Am I a penguin? He asked a huge bristly walrus.
Do you have a pointy little beak? Boomed the walrus. That means he used a big voice.
Yes, I do, he announced, snapping his little beak.
Well, you're a penguin then, grunted the walrus.
I wonder who he'll meet on the next page. Wow, it's a giant whale. He's coming through the water like that. Am I a penguin? He asked an enormous whale. Do you have flippery little wings? Snorted the killer whale. And on this page, I have to get a good angle past the whale's flipper to read it. It says, I do, replied the penguin as he looked at the whale's own giant flippers. Ooh. Yep, you're a penguin, spouted the whale. Who's this? Well, here's our little guy. So this penguin's much bigger, and look at her giant beak. Who do you think that could be? Do you think it's his mama? Let's see. Mom, are you sure I'm a penguin? Asked the shivering little penguin, looking very puzzled indeed. Of course you are, replied his mother. Why do you ask? Well, I thought maybe I wasn't because I'm always freezing. Ooh. Here he is standing on all this ice. Should we do that one again? Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm always freezing. Maybe I should stand back so you can see the whole thing now. Ready? One more time. 1, 2, 3. Wow. And that's the end. It was sort of a joke because the penguin thinks, maybe I'm not really a penguin. I'm not meant to live in this cold and snow. I'm always freezing. And that's why when he was talking, he had that kind of, that way of, his words were coming out all shaky. Am I a penguin? Because he was so cold. Does that ever happen to you? Well, I'm feeling cozy now, and I want to sing a penguin song. I'm looking at you, but actually, do we need you for this? No, we're just going to I'll use my own hands. But what we do need is a scarf to help us with this song. So you can go get yourself something to wave around. I'll give you a moment to pause the camera, and when we come back, we're going to sing a song about penguins. Okay, ready? Freeze. Okay, so hopefully you stopped the camera, went and got a scarf, came back, and now we're here. And just like in our book when the penguin was wondering, am I a penguin? We're gonna sing If You're a Penguin and You Know It. Does that sound familiar? Do you remember we started the whole thing today with Are You Happy? If You're Happy and You Know It? So it's gonna be a similar song, but we're gonna talk about penguins. So we'll start with Flappy Penguin Flippers. And so we'll sing If You're a Penguin and You Know It, flap your flippers. Ready? If you're a penguin and you know it, flap your flippers. Keep flapping. And your scarf can help you do that. If you're a penguin and you know it, flap your flippers. If you're a penguin and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a penguin and you know it, flip your flippers. How about those penguin feet? I think that's what I think it was the polar bear asked him if he had flippery webbed feet. So we can pretend like these are the feet and sing, if you're a penguin and you know it, waddle around. If you're a penguin and you know it, waddle around. If you're a penguin and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a penguin and you know it, waddle around. And also penguins, we didn't see it in the book, but penguins catch their fish by going swimming in the ocean. So let's swish and swim our scarves. If you're a penguin and you know it, go for a swim. If you're a penguin and you know it, go for a swim. If you're a penguin and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a penguin and you know it, go for a swim. And when penguins are on the land, sometimes they like to slide down a snow mountain, just like you probably like to go down on a sled in your yard. So let's make our scarves slip and slide. If you're a penguin and you know it, slip and slide. Whoop. If you're a penguin and you know it, slip and slide. Whoop. If you're a penguin and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a penguin and you know it, slip and slide. Whoop. Okay, and now let's do our big finish. After all of those actions, this little penguin is hungry. And I was just talking before about catching fish. Ready? So let's throw your scarf in the air and catch it like you're catching fish. Ready? If you're a penguin and you know it, catch some fish. If you're a penguin and you know it, catch some fish. Whoop. If you're a penguin and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a penguin and you know it, catch some fish. Now you know what, a penguin would probably really catch it with his mouth, but that would be too silly, so that's why we're catching with our hands. Let's do one more time. That's really fun. If you're a penguin and you know it, catch your fish. If you're a penguin and you know it, catch some fish. Woo! If you're a penguin and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a penguin and you know it, catch some fish. Yay! Good job, guys. And now let's use our scarves to wave goodbye. I'll see you guys next week. And in the meantime, let's say goodbye, goodbye, everyone. Glad you came, hope you had fun. I'll see you another day. We'll have more time to read and play. Goodbye, goodbye, everyone. Glad you came, hope you had fun. Yay! Bye, everybody. Say bye. Bye. Oh, don't fall. Bye.